So guys, you're shaking up the $15 billion Aussie furniture and homeware market. How did Temple & Webster get started?
The Australian furniture homeware category, online in particular, there were no great people servicing that market. There weren't a lot of retailers. The Australian consumer was going to places like Freedom, Domain, IKEA. They didn't have the choice of product. They're all forced to go to those places. So we thought there's an opportunity for us to launch an online business that provided great variety to the Australian consumer. And we've grown our business to become, substantial. We've got probably the largest market share of visits from consumers to Australian retail sites today, and we see lots of opportunities ahead.
So you've got a huge number of suppliers, 750, more than DJs and Myer. How do you go out pitching and picking those suppliers?
With over 1.2 million members, 98% of whom are female, and almost 80% are in the top 50% by household income, that is just a fantastic audience to get your product in front of. But not only that, the way we execute our email campaigns and the way we take care with the product, it's a very brand supportive environment for our suppliers.
What about in the early days, your first sort of 5, 10 people to come on board? How did you win their confidence?
That's a great question. So in the early days, we deliberately pitched ourselves differently. We went to market, we had to do a number of things. We had to sell the vision in for our own brand. We had to sell the category. We had to sell the concept that people would buy things they would otherwise have to touch and feel. The promise is beautiful things, beautifully priced, and we delivered on that in spades. And the suppliers could see that. They would hear us tell the story. We'd sign them up to the website to prove that we would deliver on our promises, and we've grown from there.
You had tremendous growth over 4 years now. How have you managed that? It must be a lot of pressure on both of you and the rest of the business.
In the early days, we were caught a little bit off guard by the amount of sales that we were generating. We doubled in size, in a month. And there were some pretty frantic months, and late nights. We wanted to make sure that we were consistent with the type of experience we wanted to give to the customer. And we made actually a conscious decision to pull back on our marketing and on our member growth so that we could really service the customer properly.
So Adam, how about in terms of company culture? How have you fostered that over the last 4 years?
I think that starts with the vision that we set for the business, our aspiration to serve our customer, our absolute obsession with product, because it's important to us to bring stories to life. In homewares and furniture, much of the category is unbranded. Not too many people know the brand of the chair they're sitting on or the couch they're sitting on. So we need to create a story around those products that people can retell when they arrive in their homes. And mostly we want them to say, oh, it's a beautiful thing that came from Temple & Webster. So we recruit people who believe in those things, because without people on board and all heading in the right direction, there's no way we could have achieved what we've achieved in just 4 years. And of course, we make mistakes. Every business makes mistakes, but we do everything we can to make our customer happy. We'll pick up every contact, every call, every email. We try and reapply the learning back into the business so we don't make the same mistake again.
And for yourself, now you're a leader in the Australian business landscape, what's your advice for other small business owners?
I think firstly it's figuring out ways to delight your customer every day. As a retailer, for example, we have to give more detail to our customers, which allows them to make the decisions online. So you have to be great at doing that, and you have to want to do that. Working as a team, of course, is crucial. I think we're fortunate that there's 4 co-founders that started this business, because I don't think we could have achieved what we've done with just one person. You need to have great people around you.
My top tip would be keep a laser-like focus on your customer, because your customer base will scale. Your customers grow and change and evolve, and you need to listen to them proactively. You need to observe how they behave. You obviously need to look at what they're buying, but you also need to keep half an eye on the trends just ahead of them to make sure that you're always servicing them and it feels completely natural to them, that we put a product in front of them and they go, I didn't even know I wanted that, but that is exactly what I need.
Well, guys, a fantastic Australian success story. Thanks a lot for sharing it with us.
Thanks very much.
Thanks very much.